you say it like this? I will hurt me like... Oh, God, that's dark.
Whoa, that went really interesting. That was interesting.
Sorry, it's not a phase, it's a lifestyle. And that's my emo phase.
Sorry, let me just put my fringe in the right.
Pull that fringe down.
It's not as long
You
as it used to.
sad boy.
Wasn't as long as it used to be.
Lost Boy, right next
Is
to
this about
me.
right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look too dissimilar to usual. Punk rock. Yeah, you can see we're hipping with it.
Absolutely.
You know what else is hipping with it?
Blink 182.
No, the Drop Some Knowledge podcast.
Hey.
Yes. I was really setting myself up there.
No,
and
you did
really
well.
let me down.
I do that. The
Most
Drop
of
Some
the
Knowledge
time.
podcast, everybody.
Yes.
All the knowledge you definitely didn't need.
So what are we going to do today?
Little bit different.
Okay.
We're gonna delve and drop some knowledge about ourselves.
Oh, wow.
I know we're getting
Well,
a little
this is
bit in
gonna be
there.
a short, bland episode.
It's going to be great. A bit of a discussion.
Oh,
I think is
like
what we're going to drop
Q&A
into
on the ABC.
Yes.
Yes.
Less political.
What?
It could get political. Who
It
knows?
will get political.
But before we do that, you know where to listen to us. But we'll remind you, you can listen to us on the Spotify.
You got this, yeah?
No, I did.
Good.
The Spotify.
Yep.
You've got Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
You've got
Rapid fire these.
Google.
Yep.
You've got. I was going to
YouTube.
say Snapchat. And I was like,
No,
no, we don't have Snapchat.
But we have YouTube.
And
so watch us on
TikTok.
YouTube so you can see our pretty faces.
Yes.
And TikTok.
Haha. iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio. All right, what are we going to discuss? So basically, I think what we're going to try and do today, something a tad different.
Yeah.
Just to spice up our love life a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spice up your life.
Yeah, people of the world. We're going to, discuss more things and maybe bring a bit of banter back instead of
I
you
think
just
so.
telling me things like I'm a dumb child and you're
Well,
a big professor with a tweed jacket.
I think
you
I'm
can
going to.
still bring the tweed,
Okay.
but a different format.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Thank God.
So we're going to start with one that I've always found really interesting to ask questions about. And I'm sure other people have had this thought process before.
Yeah. This is more of a like, seeing at a bar, what would you talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. So one day we'll do this with brews in hand or something like that. But, Josh,
Yes.
superpowers,
Oh.
superheroes, strength, telekinesis, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
We've
lovely.
always wanted something like that. Somebody out there has always wanted it. That's why we've got superheroes in
Yeah.
comic books.
Always been a big thing in the world of the youth, like
Yes.
Marvel right now,
Yes.
currently.
Now, before we continue, Marvel or DC?
Oh, wow. I'm going
But like, we're
I'm
gonna real quick.
lose some friends.
Yeah, maybe Marvel or DC.
DC. I
Okay.
think before sort of Avengers, or maybe I don't know the time frame to say,
Yeah.
but maybe up until about 2015, 14, 13,
Yeah,
Marvel.
yeah.
And then as soon as they started Disneyfying everything,
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was.
I'm
Yeah,
off. And I will say, I understand that DC's worst movies
Yep.
are the worst.
Yeah.
Like they're the worst out of all superhero movies ever.
Yes.
But their best ones are the best. The new Batman movie,
Oh, fantastic!
Rob Batten Bat. Or Robert Pattinson, for those who don't know.
Robert Pattinson.
Yes. One of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah,
Not even
right.
just
Okay,
superhero
wow.
films.
Look at that.
All time.
Okay.
That was a brilliant movie.
Yep.
The actors were perfect. The
Yep.
storyline was great. The color grading was brilliant. The sound design was fantastic. And not once in that
Yeah.
movie did I sit there and go, geez, this is long.
Yeah, no, exactly
It
right.
still left me wanting more.
So I've always been a Marvel guy,
Yes.
and I can actually say this. I was reading Deadpool before they even decided it was going to be a movie.
Now you're just a Wrexham fan.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a Wrexham fan. We'll get out of the National League at some point.
Yeah, good
Anyway, so I've always been a Marvel fan, and
Even still, you still like Marvel. What can I? Here's an opinion.
Yeah.
I guess this is a good discussion
Go
point
for it.
before
Yeah,
we get to
absolutely.
the depths of what
oh, for sure.
superpowers and things are.
Yeah.
Why do you like Marvel more now than DC is now? Because what are your thoughts on the Disneyfying of everything?
No. So, and this is where I wanted to put it.
All right.
Deadpool 2 and everything, like from Deadpool 2
Yeah.
backwards, loved it.
I think that's sort of the
And
era I was trying to say.
after Deadpool 2, everything, like, unfortunately, look, I liked Ragnarok. It was a fun movie. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. It still had a little bit of gritty nature.
Yes.
However, everything else,
Because that's why I love Batman so much. That
Yeah.
new Batman.
Yeah.
It was super gritty, super dark.
Yep.
I was like terrified. But
but that's
when the Batmobile, like that chase scene with the penguin, I was just like, this is sick. I don't feel like I've sat in a movie theater and been that excited for every scene.
That's right. And I think what's happened is, yes, the Disneyfying of Marvel, but you've also got, it is so upbeat and light colored, and I miss the dark, gritty Marvel
Spider-Man
characters.
3 was the best one.
Absolutely.
When
the
he got all
dance down there.
angsty.
Yeah. But, you know, like, I love Deadpool. I love the fourth wall break. I love all the X-Men films. I don't care what you say. I love all the X-Men films.
Okay.
I've always been a massive fan of Wolverine. And so these sorts of characters and stuff are great. But what they did with the most recent Thor film...
Yeah, I have not seen the most recent Thor. Okay.
Don't. I can't believe I wasted a gold class ticket on it.
Well, here's an opinion.
Yep.
So the new Spider-Man movie.
Yep.
The latest one where they bring the 3 Spider-Men back.
Yes.
Right? Fun idea.
Yep.
Not well executed. And in hindsight, a little bit gimmicky. I feel like the people, you know when old people get on like Facebook now, like parents all over Facebook, like 10 years after we were?
Yes.
So it's like it feels like a bunch of old people sat in an office and were like, memes are current.
Yeah.
And there's that Spider-Man pointy meme.
Yes.
Let's try and make that and we'll build a movie around it. And that's what it felt like to me.
But it still had grit. It still had a gritty nature to
it.
It still had a real life connection. Whereas, I'm sorry, but with like Thor, Love and Thunder, Love and Blunder, was basically just like it's just a himbo with a hammer. It was just disappointing because you had this character, Jane, who was going through some stuff. They then gave her superpowers, and could have been this really awesome kind of No, it just ruined everything.
But they can't put the in-depth stuff in because they got to start making the next one.
I know.
With the Spider-Man movie, I didn't like that when they gathered all the villains back up again, right? And they were like, let's send them back to their universe. Spider-Man or Tom Holland was like, no, we can save this. Like, mate, you just spent 9 movies getting and trying to get killed by these guys. What are you doing? Surely they've done enough to you. You're not killing them. You're just sending them back to where they came from. Like send them home, Happy Gilmore style. That's fine. But he goes, no, we can save them. So he brings them back to his bloody apartment.
It's not even his apartment.
It's not his apartment.
It's Happy's apartment.
Exactly. And they're just hanging out and the lizard thing is just hitting its tail all over the place. Then, of course, one of them is going to be like, oh, I'm evil. And his aunt dies. I was like, that's on you, Tom.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
No, I get you.
That's so stupid. Like, where's the vengeance? Make me want the anger. Put me in the film. You know what? That's what Batman did, though.
Yes,
you know
it did.
I mean?
It put you in there.
That's what Batman did, and Batman nailed.
But we digress.
Anyway,
but
we didn't expect to talk
no,
about
we didn't.
that
and this is what's great about this show.
Let's not bring up Star Wars as next episode.
Information you definitely didn't need. Knowledge you definitely didn't need. So, superhero powers, stuff like that. That's always come up as a conversation starter, icebreaker, new friends, all that sort of stuff. So today, Josh, I'm going to ask you, what superpower would you have? Why? And how would you use it in everyday life?
This is a pretty easy one for me.
Okay.
And I've thought this probably since primary school, maybe high school.
Okay.
I've definitely thought about this before.
Sure.
It's invisibility for me.
Okay.
And it's not even a question.
Sure. Oh, all right. So it's straight up. Boom.
Well, look, it's pretty simple.
Sure.
I feel like you could use it practically day to day. You know how old people, like 70, 80-year-olds can go into a shop and steal stuff and blame it on them being confused?
Yes.
I feel like we don't have to worry about that anymore. You know, you could get vengeance on people. If there was an old bully in high school, you could just go invisible, walk behind them and pants them.
Sure. Yep.
Give them a noogie. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just feel like it could be very practical from if you needed to get information on something.
Sure.
Or what if you thought your missus was cheating on you or something like that?
Yeah.
You just whoop. And look, we don't get creepy with it or anything like that. So let's steer clear of that.
Okay, sure. Yep.
But I don't know. I feel like you could get up to mischief as long as it was used in the correct way. And if it's not, at least you're invisible so no one knows.
Okay. I'll tell you what mine is. And then I'm going to ask you another question because you've raised some points.
Okay. Can I just say,
yes.
yours is going to be so nerdy that I'm not even going to know what it means. I know I don't know what you're going to say, but I know it's going to be something like telekinesis or something like that.
It's not. It's actually just as simple.
Okay.
It's teleportation.
I thought you were going to say telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
Damn it, you got me.
It's teleportation. the fact that I could just be like, oh no, I'm late for work. Click. Hey, I'm at work.
But this is the thing I've discussed about with other people before.
Right.
People who are always late for work.
Yes.
Not pointing at anyone in particular right now, which is you.
Yeah, no.
I say, we'll just set your alarm 15 minutes earlier. If you know you're late and late more often than not, just set your alarm 15 minutes earlier. Most people's thing is like, oh, but that's extra sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if 15 minutes is the difference between you having a good and a bad sleep, you're the problem and go to the doctor.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
What I'm trying to say here is like maybe with that teleportation, yes, you can use it day to day to go to work, but what, you live like 20 minutes away from work?
I agree.
Could you use it to the ultimate
All right.
capacity?
I'll give you more reasons why I would use.
I'm debunking you.
You already debunked me, and I haven't even continued. I've told you one reason why I wanted to use.
Get bunked. That's my new slogan.
What if I want to get a sandwich and I can't be? No.
I'll teleport to the bathroom. So I don't want to get off the couch. That's what you'd use it for.
Yeah. Yes. No, like things like going to, I don't know, go to Africa, go to Japan.
Yeah, but like
go for a swim.
You've still got a full-time job. You'd have to apply for leave.
But you can still apply for leave and all this sort of stuff. Like this is
I understand that, but you can only use it 4 weeks of the year.
But you wouldn't have to. But you wouldn't have to spend the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 on flights.
Yeah,
you just chuck your bags on and boost.
I guess it's more a money thing or a time thing.
Yeah. Or it's more of a time thing for me.
Yeah. Is this superpower going to give you the maximum ability of a superpower? Are you going to use that to its full potential?
Yeah, okay.
Like iPhone and Android debate.
Yep.
I'm sure an Android could power a small suburb.
Sure.
That's great, but I don't care.
Okay.
And you're probably using 10% of your phone.
Yep.
And then everyone's like, iPhone, blah, 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 simple for children. It's like, well, it's very simple when you use a lot of its capabilities.
Yes.
So it's pretty practical.
Okay,
and that's
fair.
kind of what I'm saying is your superpower more like an Android and mine like an iPhone.
Yeah, but it just sounds like there's just going to be a lot of issues with yours.
You're right. We need to get a Google Plus. Anyway.
So we've figured it out. We've got, and we'll go specific with these ones. We've got invisibility and we've got teleportation.
Yes.
Now, Josh, something goes wrong.
God.
Every time you go invisible. Or something doesn't happen every time you go invisible.
Oh, no.
The only way you can be invisible.
The only part of me that doesn't turn invisible is my crotch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Imagine.
But see, okay, every time you go invisible.
Yes.
Right? You have to be naked.
Like Fantastic Four.
Like Fantastic Four. You have to be naked in order to be invisible.
Yeah, okay? That's what I was about to ask. That seems like a given.
Yeah. Or, okay, if that's the given, okay, so let's have a look at something else then.
Touch can be invisible as well.
Yeah, so if you grab something, because it's connected to you, does that become invisible as well?
Well, I mean,
So can you, like, take your mates in because they're attached to you? So if, like, everybody's, like, touching your shoulder and you... Like all of you become invisible.
That's another debate, isn't it? Would you want to keep this a secret to yourself?
Yeah.
Because if you were teleporting, I'd be like, well, mate.
Hey man, let's chuff off. Let's go see mom and dad down in Tassie.
Yeah, correct.
You know what I mean? Like the stuff like that. So that's my one is okay. In every time I teleport, do I just teleport or can I make other things teleport by touching them?
So if I'm walking down, into the local shopping centre, you've just gone down to get a bag of chips, but you're completely naked in the middle of the IGA.
Correct. So is that something, do I have to be completely naked in order to teleport?
I haven't seen that in a movie. Like every movie with teleportation, I guess their clothes always come with them.
Correct.
Opposite with invisibility.
Yep.
I feel like that's maybe just a thing of convenience for the filmmakers.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
But I guess we got to look at this practically.
Exactly. But the other thing is, it's like, okay, what if, as a negative, every time I teleport, I lose, a minute of my life?
Wow, that's deep.
You know what I mean? Like it's not an hour, it's not a day, it's not a week. It's like, a minute. So it's not ridiculous. But you don't know how long. You don't know how long you're going to live.
Yeah, I'd say an hour.
An hour?
Well, okay. What's the most amount of time that you'd say you can take off your life if you get that ability?
But see, I think it would be. I think anything less than a day is probably.
I would say
I'd say an hour is probably
hour in my head because I feel like
fine.
Okay, let's say you did use the superpower just for traveling.
Yeah.
You get your leave.
You'd be really specific, wouldn't you?
And you'd be like, well, what am I going to do? Go to Europe another how many times? You might lose a day in your life. Yeah. That sounds fair.
I think so.
Okay.
But stuff like that. Now, we like some random little things in this show, don't we?
Tidbits of knowledge.
I looked up a list of random superpowers that probably no one's really thought of before.
Tell it to me and I want to see if I can guess what it is.
Okay, telesthesia.
It's the ability to answer the telephone before the first ring is up.
I kind of like that one better.
That's actually a good superpower.
I actually like that one. The ability to see a distant and unseen target using extrasensory perception.
Like Spidey sense.
Yeah, Spidey senses.
I liked the telephone one though.
Look. So some of these other ones you probably know already. Like I could say,
I want to know.
Body part substitution.
Well, that speaks for itself.
The ability
what body part would you substitute?
So the ability to replace one's limbs or other body parts with those of another. What? So I could change my hands to feet?
You've got
I've got 4 feet.
Here's a question to test our friendship.
Okay.
What part of you would you take off and replace with a part of mine? And keep it PG.
Your legs.
Oh.
I want to be taller.
Yes. Oh, look, I do have a little bit of height on you, but imagine your little body on my long leg.
I would be a spider.
You'd look awful.
I'd look like one of those monsters from Space Jam.
Yes.
You would. Really long.
Oh, you'd look like an Inga Munchie. Remember the ads from the 90s and 2000s, Inga Munchies? Yeah. Do you guys remember that? If you guys remember Inga Munchie ads and what they looked like, comment below.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Oh, that's weird.
What?
Claire Gustance. Gustance.
I'm going to guess it's the ability to clear your guts at any given moment. So you're like, your body can just siphon kombucha from its soul and wash everything out.
This is just like the ability to perceive an ethereal substance without contact.
So that's just like matter can form in your hand and you'd be like I want an apple juice.
Yeah, you can perceive an ethereal substance. It's like I can see, can I see ghosts? Is that just telling me there's like, I don't know. I think they just don't know English.
Give me a couple more.
Portal creation sounds fun. So they create wormholes. Wormholes?
What's the difference in a wormhole and a wormhole?
The distance.
Okay, just the distance, nothing else.
So the ability to create wormholes or other spatial portals for transport between 2 non-adjacent locations. So you could literally just be sitting there.
Doctor Strange do that?
Yeah, basically. That's a Doctor Strange thing. Right there.
Back to the Marvel debate.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a fan of Doctor Strange.
Okay.
And another... Oh, no. Should we get into this again? Yes, screw it.
Why not?
Another gripe I have with the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
How many Spider-Man movies has Doctor Strange been in now? Was he in the other Tom
2.
Holland ones?
2?
Because I don't seem to remember him in the previous one, but I really dislike superhero collab movies.
Okay.
Maybe not if there's 2 different superheroes, but if there's more than that, it's a gang of them, my brain switches off.
Right.
And the thing about the new Spider-Man one is Doctor Strange is there casting all these wizard spells, hubble, bubble, trouble. Oh. And then he's making portals and Spider-Man. I'm a traditionalist. Now, call me a boomer if you must.
All right, boomer.
But I like a traditional movie. I want Spider-Man to swing around New York, get bitten by a spider and save Mary Jane.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think of that? Is that fair? Is that not fair?
No, I appreciate those. I appreciate the original stylings. I understand that because comic books are so broad, that they do need to have that sort of thing.
Yeah, look,
but it's one of those ones was okay, yeah, they're trying to draw on a lot of different comic books and connections of comic books, which is why they've got the multiverse and all that sort of stuff in Marvel.
Yeah.
I just want, go back to some of these original ones. Redo the Green Lantern.
Oh, God.
Like redo it.
Redo Aquaman.
Don't redo. Yeah, do redo, man. No, don't redo the Fantastic Four unless you got a really good cast. And then what you want to do is actually redo the whole Silver Surfer arc.
But they know. Yeah, I agree. But they know they don't have to make money.
No, you're right.
And this is the problem. This is what's happening with Star Wars.
Yeah.
And this is what's going to happen with the Bond films.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
And you're probably
a massive
right.
Bond fan.
Yeah, I know you are.
Do you want to watch a 10-part Netflix series about Q?
No.
No.
Well, no.
No, you don't.
If it's John Cleese, then I would.
Well, no, it's not John Cleese.
Well, then I don't want to know.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Do you want to watch a Moneypenny movie?
No.
No, that sounds awful.
No. But they did a series, speaking of Batman. No. Speaking of Batman from before, they did a series called, hang on. What's Alfred's last name?
I don't know.
Pennywinkle. I don't know.
Anyway,
they did a TV series on him specifically. And it's it's during the time that I think it was before Bruce. So he was a younger man and he was going and fighting war and stuff.
I think I've heard about that. What
Pennywise?
was Gotham about? Just the Gotham series.
The Gotham series was literally about, it was actually about Commissioner Gordon, or Gordon, specifically about Gordon. He was just like a patrolman. He was
I did try to watch that.
Gordon.
Did try to watch
actually
that
really good, man.
I'm sure
I think you give it a little bit more
Netflix
of a go.
only has season 5 on it.
Yeah, I know.
So it is.
Watch? Well, that's right. It is good. It is good.
Anything else you want to add to that debate?
We've basically just figured out we want to be Batman. We just want the money.
I do like Batman.
You want to know how?
Who's your favorite superhero?
Scars. Favorite superhero? Oh, I love a fourth wall break.
3, 2, 1.
Deadpool.
Great.
I love a fourth wall break. I think it's hilarious.
Okay.
Like one of his comics, he literally says, "My spidey sense is tingling." No, he doesn't. You'd think he would. He says, "My common sense is tingling."
Oh, lovely. Well,
what about you?
I'd say it's Batman.
Is it Batman?
It's Batman now.
It's Batman.
I think traditionally it was always like either the Spider-Man or the Iron Man films.
Yeah.
Until Marvel ruined it for me.
Yep.
And especially after the newest film, Batman. And as soon as I heard Robert Pattinson was going to act in it, I was actually so excited because I love a comeback story, and I hated how everyone was just like, "Oh, Robert Pattinson." It's like Twilight was so long ago.
Watch Moon Knight if you haven't already. Moon Knight. It's on Disney Plus.
Okay.
It's awesome. Watch Moon Knight. Moon Knight's awesome. If you like Deadpool, watch Moon Knight.
All right. Well, look, let's not talk about Disney too much. They're not sponsoring the show.
No, they're not. They should.
They should. If anyone from Disney
watch New Mickey.
Yeah.
You're public domain now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like it when he gets like this. I've seen him with that look in the eye. You should cooperate.
It's usually when I see food.
Yeah, I thought we were good top back. Anyway, anything else to add?
Let us know if you like this sort of style of banter.
Just to sit down in the chat.
Yeah, sit down in a chat. We're going to have a few of these. I've got a few in the bank.
Oh.
And I'm sure Josh has got a couple of his own, to be honest.
Nope, no idea. So
all right, brilliant. It's on me.
Yeah, it's on me.
But don't forget, we will come back with some of the original stylings.
Yes.
It's not, this is it. No. It'll be littered through.
We'll do some discussions. I like talking about movies and things
it's fun.
Well.
We can do something like that.
Yeah. But always, we'll keep it with facts and things like that
absolutely.
as well. I like the conspiracy theories and the historic about
absolutely
Shinji and all that sort of stuff. And world's weird laws. We need to bring that back.
I think we do. We do have a friend who's studying law, so I feel like they need to come in and teach us some random stuff.
Tell us how wrong we are.
We are incredibly.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Well, yes. Hopefully you like the episode. Hopefully you don't unfollow because I'm a DC guy, not a Marvel guy. But he's Marvel, so you or your kids
you got a 50-50 like connection. That's fine. No issues.
Well, Marvel, you've disappointed me. But James is now going to sign off like he is the Green Lantern.
I am so much better than the movie.
Is that why the movie's bad?
Yeah, because they didn't put me in. They put Ryan Reynolds, and neither he didn't.
Was Ryan Reynolds the Green Lantern?
Yeah. We're watching this. We're going to go. I'm going to show Josh the Green Lantern.
God. Well, that sounds awful. See you guys.
Bye.